Brothers and sisters, welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be Banlist prediction time. So hear me out. The format is in a very weird predicament right now. There is Beatrice alive, the options are very poor, and I think it's gonna shift towards an entrap format most likely. And today we're gonna try to give a suggestion to Konami for the next Banlist. And also because I wanna win the Farfetch contest. Like, I am not gonna lose a game. I don't like losing. So let's start with the discussion. I think we have to discuss about Sanctifire. I love Banlist, don't get me wrong, my brothers and sisters, but Sanctifire is too problematic. Puppet is not the issue. The main culprit is Sanctifire. It needs to go. I said that for multiple times, multiple metas went by, and no one touched Sanctifire yet. I think Konami really should touch Sanctifire during the next ban. Apollousa. I'll be real with you guys, they ain't touching Apollousa. There is a very slight possibility, like it's a very small possibility that they might touch Apollousa, because Dicey Rae with the Fiensmith cats got in the format, which is basically a negation that might be able to substitute the Apollousa endboards. I think it is fine if they ban Apollousa, because it's such an oppressive card. It's too good. Too many decks can access it literally by using just a monster, establish an Apollousa and proceed with their combo. Like, makes entraps very sassy. And also like every time you see full monsters, like, you have to throw your entraps like a no tomorrow. We cannot do it anymore. Like I think this game should be based on the player that has entraps has to have the knowledge of a matchup and like using the entraps accordingly to the matchup. And I think Apollousa just denies players' skill from being showcased during games. I know. Next one. This one, I think it is mandatory. I think this one is impossible. So this one we can scrap it out, but it's just for the sake of the discussion. So Beatrice, every time Beatrice was strong in the meta got very degenerate. We had it in Tier Elements. We are having it right now. Every time Beatrice, the format gets degenerate. It's literally Lava Valchain on cracks. Why Beatrice is still available in the TCG? And now like the Konami employee are gonna discuss to each other. But it's rank 6. It's very hard to 6 on the board to make an X6. Anyways, Calamity. Calamity, it's whatever. Calamity should go. It was supposed to go before. It should go now. It's not a priority right now. Because yes, the Whitewoods are good. The Whitewoods with the toy engine, the Whitewoods with the Centurion and toy engine are good. They can Calamity lock very easily. It's not a priority. I would prioritize other cards. This card at some point needs to go. Again, lingering effects are effects that should not exist in this game. Should actually not exist. Like, it makes the game so much more toxic, and like there are strategies that not highlight the skill level of a player, in my opinion, and Calamity is one of those strategies. I would love for Calamity to be banned. What instead seems very realistic is Wanted to 1. Wanted to 1, we saw it in Master Duel. Usually what I'm like noticing is a sort of pattern in between Master Duel, TCG, OCG. I think Konami is trying to test banned cards on the Master Duel platform and see how it actually affects the decks, and then they try to imitate or do something similar in the TCG. So I think it's very realistic to see a Wanted to 1. I think it's possible. It's definitely possible. We will for sure probably not C is the hit of the original. I don't think original will be touched. Original, it is a problematic card, gives Snake Eyes more options, but I want to hit Snake Eye following a Master Duel pattern. I think it makes sense to ban original. I think it would also make sense to possibly ban a knock. So it's in between original, Oak, or Princess. One of those three will need to go. But if you hit Oak, I think it should be followed up by other hits as well. So what I'm gonna do during this Banlist prediction is trying to get also like a take that follows Master Duel as well. Flamberge would be a possibility that I don't think it's realistic. So the original, I don't think they are gonna touch it, so it was just for the sake of the discussion. Oak would be a possibility, but I wanna try to follow a Master Duel pattern. Princess, I don't think it's realistic considering the Fiensmith engine that got released, because it would lower in price too much, and we already know that Konami cares about monies. Flamberge, again, for the same reason, I don't think they are gonna like hit hard the deck, because the Fiensmith cards that are gonna be released in infos, like it's gonna be like what, 400 a set most likely. And if you wanna actually like sell those cards, you cannot kill Snake Eye completely, but you can limit cards. And I'm trying to think using an economic perspective. How can I say that? Like, I'm trying to think in the pocket of Konami. Like, there is a small me in the pocket of Konami that's trying to make the decisions for them. Reasoning, I think reasoning at 2 makes a lot of sense actually. We got the Infernoid stuff coming up. Monster Gate at 2. I think it makes like huge sense. So like I would like, it's in my opinion very good. Jasmine, I mean, to be honest with you guys, I will be real with you. I think limiting Jasmine might be fine. I like actually like the deck is good, but like it's not like that broken as people think. But for some reasons, TCG cannot beat the plan's allegations. So as a TCG player, I will have to hit Jasmine. I know it might be unfair for some of you guys. You can call it bias. I'm calling it plans. So let's proceed. Flash Fire at 1 cause of the errata. Summon Sorcerer, Sorceress like at 1 cause of the errata. Someone would say, Nash, but maybe we need still a side set for those one to go to 1. It's already guaranteed that they are gonna go to 1. Now it's in between, like the ban is gonna come now or the next ban list. So I'm gonna put them in both. It's whatever. I'm gonna lose some points on the Farfa contest, but we are trying. Airlifter to 2. Very reasonable. I think it's deserved to go to 2. I don't see anything wrong with that. Skill Drain at 1, considering what they did to the other floodgates, I think it's more reasonable for them to limit Skill Drain instead of banning Skill Drain. Prosperity, this is a wish. Like this is like at this point like seems more like a wish list, but it's not. It should go to 1, but it's not happening. So we might already. The issue with Prosperity is if you touch the engine of a deck, people are just gonna put Prosperity to slightly fix the consistency, and sometimes might actually work properly. So that's my issue with Prosperity. A card being engine, non-engine is too much. This card is beyond broken, but they are not gonna touch it. So this is just for the sake of the discussion. We are gonna remove Prosperity from this list, I guess. Snake Eye Ash to 1. In my opinion, it's very reasonable. I think it should happen. Ferrir, it's not that oppressive as people think. I think people don't know how to play around Ferrir. Now, let me explain you one thing about this card. You see this card, like imagine this card having no effects, being a vanilla, like being a vanilla monster that has the only effect is special summon itself, okay? If you think of Ferrir like that, Ferrir does nothing. I know, You might say, Nash, like that sounds like you smoking copium right now. No, brother, it's not. You don't interact with Ferrir, and at some point they will have to commit the main line, and then you can start interacting. People throwing 3 interruptions, 4 interruptions against Ferrir, that shit makes no sense. I'm disappointed in all of you. Ferrir does nothing. Unicorn does nothing. Literally, let them play. How many times do I have to say that? This card is a vanilla. If you let them play. Pancratops should be back at 3. Could be back at 3. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna be fine. Crossout is too powerful in a mono meta. It's like prosperity. It's like prosperity. Like, do we still wanna... It's literally FTK post side. Literally play a Snake Eye Fiensmith. Put T crossout. Put 3 skill drain. There is no way. Like, you don't win with entraps. You don't win with entraps. Crossout is getting too degenerate. And I think crossout is even better than talent now. That's how crazy it is. And we will still have the discussion about talent. I hate this card. This card should not exist in the game. It has 3 effects that are banned in the format. This card should go. It's not happening, but I still wish it will happen at some point. But crossout, limit it, ban it. I don't know what you wanna do to this card, but this card has to go. Nash, you will kill my Gen X deck if you hit crossout. Brother, my last concern is you're losing to 1 Imperm deck. I like Gen X, I like the strategy, I saw it, it was very funny, but there is no way I'm not taking crossout. This card is beyond broken. Meow Meow to 1, there are already 3 cards that are gonna be limited to 1. There is no way Konami is gonna do this. There is no way Konami is gonna do this. Like, I already know this is not realistic, but I don't know what to tell you guys. Those are the cards that should be hit. Except for Jasmine, to be honest. Jasmine could stay. But fuck plants. I'm a TCG player. I cannot beat the plants allegations. For sure we have 3 cards that are gonna go to 1. I mean, I would say Meow Meow possibly. With 2 cards that are gonna go to 1. And this is not gonna be a big ban list. I already know that this is gonna be a small one. This is gonna be like a slap on the wrist. This is gonna make everyone cry, everyone complain, everyone taking pitch and forks and going... I cannot say that, otherwise I will be banned. I'm gonna spare Jasmine for this ban list. I'm sorry, Plant Sater. I have to spare Jasmine for this one. I'm sorry. There is literally no space. And I'm expecting this to be a very small ban list. So, yeah. I have to spare Jasmine. You are safe for now. Plants. Someone... Okay, so... I'm watching this, right, as my final product, right? I'm watching this as my final product. Sanctifire is very realistic. Apollousa, I'm not only smoking copium, I'm smoking the entire copium pot. But like it has to go. It has to go. Like, I don't see any other solution. Brother, I don't see any other solution. Apollousa has to go at some point. Like, I'm gonna put it until they, like, eat him. Like, I know that I'm smoking copium by saying Apollousa right now, but it needs to be it. It needs to be it. And I hope that Konami is gonna, like, even an employee is gonna watch this, someone that works on the bus is gonna watch this, because Apollousa is crazy. Apollousa is genuinely crazy. You put it on top of every other end board, the game is over. You put it on top of a Snake Eye board, the game is over with a Dice, Sirai, Flamberge IP. You put it on top of a Duel board with the Trap Unchained, the Chamber, Phantom of Jubel, and Icy Rai, and the game is over. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This card has to go, because on top of every board this card is broken. And it's the first interaction that you're gonna summon in order to prevent your opponent from itching. Anyways. Beatrice, there is no way. So, there is no way they're gonna hit Beatrice. And there is, like, a very simple reason because of that. They need to sell Fiensmith. So, talking about the Beatrice, there is no way. Calamity, they just released the new cards, like the White Woods, that works very well with the Centurion, blah blah blah. It's not happening. If the issue with Beatrice, that I'm gonna still put here, by the way, because why not? The issue with Beatrice, I don't see it's happening. I don't see happening because the Fiensmith card would lose a lot of value. That's not a wise move. That's not a wise move. Like they want cards to be expensive. I'm on the player-based side, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to think outside of the box in Konami shoes. Limited those ones, mandatory. I think Meow Meow is fine. I think it's very realistic actually. They're gonna like limit Meow Meow, Ash, Wanted, Crossout, and Skill Drain. I think Ash and Wanted are somewhat realistic. Crossout probably not, and Skill Drain for sure. Very realistic. Then we got the Reasoning, Monster Gate, Rescue Ace Lifter. We got Sharbara 2-2 and Colossus and Pancratops back in the pool. Okay, that's about it for my Banlist prediction. Again, let's cross our fingers, brother, and let's hope it happens not too close to the European event, because otherwise I'm seriously taking pitch and forks. Not too close to the European event, because look in my eyes. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. It better doesn't happen close to the European event, because otherwise I'm gonna go full unhinged mode. It's gonna be bad. Like my Twitch channel will be banned, my YouTube channel will be banned, I will lose my monetizations, I will be beyond myself. Anyways, thank you for watching, and give me your take about the possible hits, and also try to explain to me why it would be different or what I didn't take in consideration. I will read your comments and comment down below. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.